We're here tonight to discuss the sad incident causing protests throughout Baltimore, the killing of Freddie Gray, a 25-year-old African-American man who was last seen in normal condition being dragged into a police van in Baltimore the Sunday before last.
Mystery death of a young man in Baltimore police custody. The autopsy on this 25-year-old is now complete. The names of the officers involved in his arrest released. But more information has not led, though, to any more clarity as far as how this 25-year-old suspect, Freddie Gray, broke his neck after Baltimore police arrested him. This is back on April 12th. He died a week later. Now, as we mentioned a second ago, the department has suspended these 6 officers with pay. They've released their names, their ages, how long they've been on the force. But officials didn't specify on the reasons why.
We know that he asked for medical attention. We know that that medical attention was not immediately requested for him. We know that was a mistake.
There was no physical bodily injury that we saw, nor was it evident in the autopsy of Mr. Gray. None of his limbs were broken.
This is Dr. 7. 7 police officers injured in clashes here with protesters. And as you can see here in broad daylight, they are looting the CVS pharmacy. Just casually walking in and out, walking out these police officers. And then after that, it may get 10 times worse than this.
We are deploying every resource possible to gain control of this situation and to ensure peace moving forward. I've been in contact with our governor, and he has agreed, and I've requested, and he has agreed to deploy the National Guard as soon as they are available. They will be immediately deployed. A curfew be in effect.
It is entirely appropriate that the mayor of Baltimore, who I spoke to yesterday, and the governor, who I spoke to yesterday, work to stop that kind of senseless violence and destruction. That is not a protest. That is not a statement. People, a handful of people taking advantage of the situation for their own purposes, and they need to be treated as criminals.
At the corner of North Chester and Landvale, East Baltimore, across the Southern Baptist Church. The church was building a new senior center, and right now that new senior center is all total flames. Firefighters are standing back with their ladder trucks trying to get close to it.
Morning, I'm Alex Garcia. I chair the Governor's Commission on Service and Volunteerism, and I'm just out here today to try and get out the message that the spirit of service is alive in Baltimore and that thousands of people are turning out today to restore their communities and to clean up some of the damage that was done yesterday. So I think that the message that needs to be broadcast right now is that there are a lot of good people out there that are volunteering their time to try and better their communities, and that's the message that needs to be heard today. is just to clean up as much as possible. We have hundreds of people out here in small groups all around the city trying to clean up not only damage from the riots, but some of the damage in community parks and in alleys that just goes neglected. And so we're just trying to make a difference with the time we're here.
I'm glad that people are out here helping this neighborhood after the riots last night. It's very inspiring, and it's good that people care about the city and act on it.
Overwhelming majority of the community in Baltimore, I think, have handled this appropriately, expressing real concern and outrage over the possibility that our laws were not applied evenly in the case of Mr. Gray, and that accountability needs to exist. What they were doing, what those community leaders and clergy and others were doing, that is a statement. That's the kind of organizing that needs to take place if we're going to tackle this problem, and they deserve credit for it, and we should be lifting them up.
Is it my turn to wish you were lying here? I tend to dream you when I'm not sleeping. Is it my turn to fictionize my world, or even imagine your emotions? Tell myself anything.